Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the lab demonstration on the topic of footprinting in ethical hacking. So, in ethical hacking, footprinting is the first technique. Second technique is scanning. Third is gaining access. Fourth is maintaining the access. And fifth one is clearing the tracks. So, footprinting is a process which is used to collect the information about the target um, system or network in an organization in order to understand its structure, vulnerabilities, and potential attack vectors. So, this phase is crucial for ethical hackers as it helps them plan their penetration test effectively. So, first one, let us explore the ping command. So, ping, okay, uh, space and the domain name google.com. Okay, so you will get the response time, how many packets are lost, time to live value. Okay, let's do the exercise one. So ping www.intel.com. Okay, so you can note down the IP address of the intel.com, and also you can find average round trip time. You can see round trip time in milliseconds, minimum 327, maximum 519. How much time it took for the packet to go and for the response to come back. So it is a maximum 519 and average is 400 millisecond. So time to live is 46 when the response came to the system. Okay, so this is the first exercise you have to do. So maximum transmission unit. So maximum transmission unit is a size that can be successfully transferred to a specific website without fragmentation. Um, as well as to identify the minimum time to live value required to reach the website. Understanding the MTU size is crucial for optimizing network performance, while determine detail helps us how many hops a packet can make before being discarded. Okay, so now basically in the footprinting, we have to determine what should be the um, transmission unit. Okay, that should be the size of the packet to reach the destination. So minimum M2U, what should be the minimum M2U to reach the destination? So how to find? Using the ping command we can find. For example, so we have to find what is the MTU maximum transmission unit. So ping, okay, then google.com -f -l, then 1500. So it says that the packet size is big, and this size has to be fragmented. It's a bigger size. This cannot be accepted in the network packet transmission. So I'm just trying to reduce this 1490. Still, the error says it is of bigger size. Then I go to 1080. So you have to just keep decrementing or incrementing the value until you get the correct value. So even this is bigger value. So let me put 1475. It says it's a bigger value. So you have to try all the possibilities. So let me 74. Still it's a bigger value. It's also bigger value. So 1472 is the minimum MTU value that is required to reach the destination. So you can find that 1472 is the minimum value for the MTU needed to ping to the Google. Okay, so for example, if I put 1471, still we are able to ping. But sorry, I'm sorry. So the maximum size of the MTU, what is tolerated, what is acceptable? Okay, that's what we are trying to find. Not remove the word minimum from your thoughts. Okay, 1472 is the maximum value of the MTU that is allowed for the network transmission. So now you see 1473, it is not allowed. So now let's try some other domain and find what is the MTU value. Okay, bing.com. So now let's put 1480. It's not accepting. It says the size, MTU size is very big. 1475. It says the size is big. 1074. It says the size is big. 1473 size is big. And 1472 it's accepted. Okay, so this is the second exercise that you have to complete to find the MTU value. Okay, so next one is TTL value, time to live. So let's put a busy here and switch here. So let's say the PC0 is sending a message to the PC1, and let's say the TTL value of the packet is, let's say, 4. So when the packet reach the router 1, the TTL value would become TTL value, okay, actually uh, minus TTL value. So what happens? The TTL value decreases to 3. It decreases by one value. Okay, and then when it comes to the second router, the TTL value decreases to 2 from 3. Okay, every time it crosses pass through a router, the value decreases by one value. And then when it comes to this TTL value just becomes 1. Okay, and then it reaches the target. So the TTL value of 4 is enough for this packet to reach the destination. Now just you imagine this value. Instead of 4, I am putting 3. So what happens here? when this packet passes through the first router, the TTL value decreases by 2, and when it passes through the second router, the TTL value decreases to 1, and when it comes to the third router, the TTL value, okay, decreases to the value of 0. So when it reaches the value of 0, what happens? The packet is dropped in this router, and it is not forwarded to the target. The TTL value expired in the transmit. So error comes like that. Understand? So let's try this. So what is the minimum TTL value needed for any system to um, reach the target? Okay. Google.com dash I. Let me put the TTL value of 3, so it shows my error. The TTL value of 3 is not enough to reach the destination. TTL expired in the transit. So let me put like 4. Still it is not enough. Then let me put 7. It is not enough. Let me put 10. The TTL value is not enough. So 12. Yeah, it's enough. So let me put 11. So even 11 is not enough. So the 12, the minimum TTL value needed to reach the Google server is 12. That means the hop count for this is 12. I mean, the number of intermediate systems in between the client and the target is 12. So you can find the hop count. You can find how many systems are there in between the source and the destination. Okay, so you can see the hop count is here 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 routers. The packet has to pass through 3 routers to reach the destination. The hop count is 3. Understand? So you have to do this exercise to reach the Google. What is the maximum transmission unit? What is the minimum transmission unit? What is the RTT, round trip time? Okay, that you can do it from this ping. Okay, if you remove this, so this is the average round trip time, 168 millisecond. Packet sent is 4, received is 4, and this is the IP address of the Google. Okay, so this RTT means it is average. So minimum TTL value needed. To find the minimum TTL value, okay, you have to use this command. So the minimum TTL value is 12 to reach the Google. It depends on what target you are pinging. Okay, so this technique is very useful to find the minimum TTL value needed. Another one is traceRT, google.com. So it would find us the hop count, how many routers are there between this source system and the target system. So you can see, okay, so between this and this, there are 3 hops, 3 routers are there. So like that, we are trying to find between my system and the target, that is Google. Okay, what's the hop count? How many routers are there? Okay, on the middle. So we are just trying to figure out that. So you can see that the hop count is 12, and also we confirm through this also. So both these techniques can be used to find the hop count. Okay, because the hop count of 12 is working fine. TTL value, this is TTL value, it will help us to determine the hop count. So when you put 12, it's pinging, whereas when you put 11, it's not pinging. Okay, and similarly, the trace route command also is very much okay, helpful to find the hop count. Suppose you are using the Linux, then the command is this is the Kali Linux. Let's here the command is not trace RT. Okay, just check here in the Windows. The command is trace RT, but in Linux, it's trace route google.com. There is an issue here. Okay, so this is the proper command, but I think there is some network issue. Okay, I'll check the network connectivity. So the command in Linux is correct, however, it is not giving us the correct result. No issues. You can make use of the traceRT command in the Windows and find the hop count. Then we go to the next lab. TraceRT we have finished now. And you can specify like maximum how many count you want to check. So it's like this. Okay, then I can say like dash h maximum. Okay, you try for 25 hop counts. Don't go beyond that. Okay, so raise RT dash h 20 maximum 20 is the limit. Don't go beyond that. So I'm telling like that. Okay, then to not to resolve host name with you don't want to resolve the host name. Okay, then you can say like no domain name to IP mapping not needed. Then you can say like uh, dash d google.com. So it will be a little quicker, I think. No need to resolve the domain name. So you see here, okay, so the domain names are coming here, just IP address, only IP address. Okay, then so this command traceroute, you want to use the ICMP command, and you can indicate that using dash capital I. So this is your exercise. Okay, so put some target site like ring.com and try to do the trace RT and find how many hop counts. Okay, now we are going into the NS lookup. So NS lookup command is to query the DNS, domain name records. You will perform various types of DNS queries to obtain domain name or IP address mapping. So you know what is the DNS, right? It translates the domain name to IP. Also, it does the IP to domain translation. Okay, so now let's let's query the IP. You want to find the IP address of your domain. Okay, so how to do that? Using the ns lookup set type is equal to a, then you can type bing.com, so you can find that this is the IP address of the bing.com. Understand? Okay, so this is to find the IP address through the ns lookup command. So you can see that now set type is equal to a, set type is equal to a, then I type www.google.com. You can find that this is the IP address of the Google, and this one is the domain name. So we are finding the IP. So quit. So I put ns lookup. I say set type is equal to a, and then I say www.google.com. Okay. Um, set. So let's go to the next thing. What we can do with the ns lookup. Okay, we are in the lookup 2. Okay, so now let us explore the various things. Okay, first one is set type is equal to a. Okay, www.google.com. So it gives us the IP address. Set type is equal to ns www.google.com. So ns will give us the name server, the DNS server or the name server. Okay, so this ns1.google.com is the DNS server which would translate the domain name to IP address. And also the mail address is dns-admin.google.com. So what it implies is that it is a email address. So this is a email address. Then set type is equal to SOA, authoritative server of google.com. So authoritative server is the main server which has the records to do the domain mapping. So the primary name server, now you can see the difference, primary name server, ns1 Google. So basically the name server or DNS servers are same. There might be many DNS servers. So one of the DNS server is the authoritative DNS server, and here in this case the ns1.google.com is the authoritative DNS server which would resolve the domain name google.com to this IP address. Okay, the IP address what you saw before, no? So this would be resolved by this DNS server, primary DNS server. So name server and DNS servers are same, name servers are same. There might be many DNS. So one of the many DNS server, which is a very important DNS server that resolves that has the records to do the mapping, is a authoritative server. Okay, set type is equal to M capital X capital mail exchange server for google.com. So here you can see that this is the mail address, but we want the mail exchange server. So let's try another way. Set type is equal to mx capital google.com. Okay, so now we got the correct result. The mail exchange server is smtp.google.com. Understand? smtp.google.com. Suppose you want the IP of this domain, set type is equal to a and smtp.google.com. So we got the IP of the mail exchange server of the Google. Okay, so then let's do the reverse lookup. I mean the IP to domain name. Set type is equal to ptr. Let's give the IP now, and we got the domain name now. So this is reverse lookup. So for the reverse lookup, you have to use this code ptr. If you want to find the mail exchange server, then you have to use mx, and don't use www, just use the domain name. Okay, then if you want to find the authoritative server, then use the type SOA, and then if you want to find the name server or just the DNS server, then instead of SOA you can use NS. Okay, then if you want just IP address, you can use A. Set type is equal to A. If you use A, then it would give us the IP address. Okay, then if you use PTR, it would do the reverse lookup from IP to domain. So these are some of the commands in the NS lookup to do the footprinting. Okay, so canonical name means like the name, the domain name which looks similar. Okay, set type is equal to CNAME. Okay, so then let's give google.com. So this one, okay, then that's canonical name w.google.com. So this one actually basically gives us this canonical name. It is giving us the primary name server. Okay, so if any question is to find the name server IP address, then you have to give A. If you want to find the DNS servers for a specific domain, then you have to use NS. Among the DNS server, which is a very important primary DNS server, then you have to use SOA. And if you want to find the mail exchange server, MX, then if you want to do the reverse lookup, then you have to use PTR. So it's a quick summary of the NS lookup. Okay, then we go to the next part, who is footprinting. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use Kali. Okay, so let's check the network connectivity. Okay, so no address associated with the host name. So there's no network connectivity. That's the issue. That's why this is also not working. Okay, so we can do this online also. Google who is domain. So you can go for this who is lookup. So here, if you give some domain name, okay, like for example, let's say Google. com. So we can find the information about that particular domain. So domain Google, and it is registered on this date, it is expiring date, when was it last updated. Okay, then these are the name servers. You remember this name servers we were able to get through the nslookup command also. The register information, okay, and their contact details. So the Google, the company which owns this domain, um, okay, the contact details, and the administrator domain, I mean the email contact, and so on. You get all these details. So similarly, we can go for like um, polytechnic.eh. Now why it's not coming. So let's give bing.com. So you get the information about the domain. Okay, so basically the purpose of the OS command is to find the name servers and the register information and the organization which owns this domain, the information, the country, city, and so on. Okay, so these are very important footprinting. Um, okay, so this contact details also. So we can do the OS command in the Linux also, Kali Linux. OS. Okay, then google.com. So whatever we got from that website, we we can get that same stuff through this command. Okay, OS google.com. Okay, then we'll see OS bing.com. Okay, we have the name server, we have the contact information, and so on. Okay, so now let's proceed to the asynchronous lab for the week 1. So we have something called Google IP location tool. Okay, so this could find us the location of the IP address. Okay, for example, set type is equal to A, then google.com. Okay, so we are trying to find the IP of this IP, copy, and then I go here, IP location. So I give the Google public IP and it gives us the information about like the country and the organization and GPS latitude and longitude, and so on, all the informations. Okay, so you can give any public IP and you can find the location of the system which is associated with this public IP. Then we go for IP location, then we go for like yeah, this is the tool HTT track. This tool can be used to download the website. Okay, we can clone the website. So this should be used only for ethical hacking purpose and with prior permission. And so I'm not going to do this stuff here. Okay, so just try to understand if you want to clone your website for ethical hacking purpose with proper permission and within the rules and regulations of a country, then you can go for this tool, HTT track. Okay. So for example, let's say, so this tool is there in the HTT track. Okay, so HTT track. Okay, we will find this tool here, HT track. HT track. Yes, I want to install Kali. Continue. Yes. Ensure that your network adapter, okay, is in NAT mode. H track. Okay, so give the project name, for example, A, B, C, something. Um, okay, base path of the website. Okay, so you have to give like where you want to clone this uh, website. So I'm telling like /home/quali. Um, enter the URL separated by commas or blank spaces and so on. So now what you have to do is like you open, it's like so uh, like you open a website. Okay, open the website and just copy the URL and put the URL here. Okay, and what happens, it will start downloading that entire website into this folder /home/kali folder and so on. But again, I repeat, this should be done with prior permission. We are not allowed to download any, clone any website without proper permission. This might be violating the rules and regulations or laws of a country, specific country. Okay, so that's it regarding the HT track. So netcraft tool is the next thing. So you can go to site report at craft.com. Okay, so you go here. So site report netcraft.com, and for example, let's say Google. So let me give this website google.com, google.com. So look up HTTP. So google.com. So it will it's like a quiz command, but it will give us more information about the DNS server. Okay, you can see the DNS server ns1.google.com. It gives the information about the IP4 address of the Google or any domain what you are giving. Then like IPv4 uh, block address, okay, how the IP, it derived the IP. Okay, then geolocation, showing us the geolocation. Very important is this. Like this one shows us whether this particular website is vulnerable to any attack through SSL TLS vulnerability. SSL is a protocol which is used to provide security. For example, you see here, you click this padlock, then if you go for here you find certificate, and here you have the digital certificate and the encryption algorithms, hashing algorithms, digital signature, and so on, which are used to provide security to this website when the client connect, like protecting the credentials and so on, all the traffic between the client system and the remote system or encrypted using SSL or TLS. TLS is the latest one, SSL is the previous version. So TLS as version 1, version 2, version 3. So this website will tell us whether the particular website what you have entered in this, that is Google or any other website, is it vulnerable to the any weakness related to SSL or TLS. Okay, and also it will tell us whether this website has any other weakness. Okay, like any vulnerabilities related to that. Okay, so all such informations would be obtained through the site report netcraft.com. Then the harvester. So in order to perform the spam, or you want to perform social engineering attack, you need to find the IP address of employees in an organization, or you want to find the domain information, subdomain information related to the yeah, specific organization. Then you can use the tool called the harvester. So the harvester is a tool which is used to find the information about the emails of the employees in an organization, as well as the domains and subdomains. Okay, so you can activate the you can go to the Kali. The harvester is the tool. The harvester. So this is the tool. The harvester is the tool which we are going to use. Okay, let's see how to use this tool. The harvester dash d example.com. So the domain what you want to analyze to find subdomains, as well as you want to find the emails that are related to that particular domain. Dash L indicates that like how many output you want from the this query. So I say like 500 entries, and you want to search which search engine in order to harvest the email related to this domain. For example, this could be like polytechnic.bh. Okay, so if you want to find the employee's email ID of a specific organization, example polytechnic.bh, then you want the response maximum 500 outputs entries, then you can specify 500. If you want more than 500, you can specify 600 or 1000. Okay, preceded by dash L, and then like which you want to harvest the email or subdomains related to this organization from which search engine. So you can put Google, or you can um, sometimes you can put like Bing. Okay, or you can put all ALL also. Okay, so let me try this now. So the harvester, the domain, I think it's we shall use this domain, okay, tesla.com, okay, then okay, this is not allowed actually, so I shouldn't use this for any organizations. Okay, for example, google.com, then dash L, maximum how many output we want, and which is the search engine, okay, Yahoo or Google, okay, and so on. So the main focus of this video is for educational purpose. So you are not allowed to do this without prior permission. You have to follow the rules and regulations of the country. Okay, so this is the command. So here you can um, enter the domain which you want to, from where you want to harvest the emails. So here in you can put all if you want to make use of all search engines, or you can use Google, okay, or you can use Bing and so on. Okay, so I'm not executing because I am not authorized to do this. So you can try with some domains which are allowed for ethical hacking, like certifiedhacker.com and so on, okay, which is given in our lab exercise. So what web tool is the next one? What web tool in Kali Linux uh, is used to do the fingerprinting application, and it will collect the information about the website. Okay, so how to do this stuff here? Let's see. Okay, so go to the Kali Linux. What web? Okay, so what web then? Like I say, google.com. So now you can see that we are collecting some information about that website. It is in United States. It is using HTTPS server, and this is the IP address. Okay, then these are some HTTP header information. Okay, okay, cross-site scripting. There is a protection available. Okay, XX protection. So, so we get some information about the cookies and so on. So you want to collect some web information, okay, about a specific website for the process of footprinting, then you can use this tool, WhatWeb. Then you want to know like the target system. Does it have any web application firewall? Then you can go for this tool WAF W00F. Okay, so WAF WAF W00F. Okay, so can give like google.com. So it helps us to find the information about the firewall in the target system. So it's not responding. So let me try the bing.com. So no web application firewall detected by the generic detection, but it might not be the case because Bing is a reputed website and actually it is not responding to our request. So they are very advanced. Like if you check this with a specific any other website which is not that much secured, then we can find whether like the target system has any web application firewall or not. So WAF W00F is a tool which is used to look for the firewall, web application firewall in the target system. So, so that's it for the, yeah, one more thing, Showdown uh, search engine. So this is also one of the footprinting tool. For example, you want to find uh, the systems with SNMP service around the world. Okay, so these are the publicly connected systems around the world which provides the SNMP service. Okay, so you can see the public IP and the country where these systems are running from. If, for example, you want to access the publicly available FTP services, then you can go for FTP. Then you can like IoT, want to look for some IoT devices, publicly available IoT devices. Okay, so then you can look for SMTP service, the systems, publicly available systems which provides SMTP service. So it's a very useful tool. It's called Shodan search engine. Okay. So with this, I conclude this lecture for the footprinting, and the footprinting is the first technique in the ethical hacking, which is used to collect the information about the target. So there are two types of footprinting, active or passive. Active means you directly interact with the target and collect the information. For example, like this is this one, who is this one. All these are active because you directly interact with the target. Whereas if you are collecting information from the internet, from the publicly available sources like Shodan, then the Netcraft, these are passive in nature because you don't directly interact with the target. So that's it. Thank you very much.